NRL Tipping, Expert Tips for Finals Week 2 Games. Welcome to the NRL News channel. Here you stay updated with news from the best championship in Australia. Come see the commentators' analysis. Finals Week 2 sees a pair of informed sides embark on tough away trips to face formidable opponents in sudden death footy. Our crew of expert tipsters are here to offer their take on who will advance to the preliminary finals and what the key contributing factors could be. Storm v Roosters. Alicia Newton, the Roosters have been gutsy, but injuries have caught up with them and the Storm should bounce back after their worst performance of the year last week. Storm by 10. Colleen Edwards, Melbourne will be smarting after their heavy loss against the Broncos last week. I'm expecting a much improved performance against a Roosters side who will fight hard but struggle to overcome a substantial injury toll. Storm by 10. Corey Rosser, it's been an impressive effort to get to this point of the year for the Roosters, but with their backline decimated by injuries, I'm not sure where their points will come from. Craig Bellamy coached teams rarely disappoint 2 weeks in a row. Storm by 14. Dan Talentire, Melbourne have bounced back relatively well at home when coming off a disappointing loss all season, which is certainly what last week was. The absence of Ryan Papenhuisen is a blow, but it's something the Storm overcame for the best part of the regular season to still earn a top 4 spot. I think they'll have too much against an injury-ravaged Roosters side. Storm by 4. Martin Lenihan, both sides have been ravaged by injuries in the outside backs, but there's still plenty of quality in the halves with big game specialist Cameron Munster matching wills and skills with Sam Walker and Luke Keary. The Storm failed to trouble the scorer last week in Brisbane, but they'll bounce back on home turf and move on to next week in a thriller. Storm by 1. Warriors v Knights. Alicia Newton, I think backing up after that classic extra-time game against the Raiders last week might be too much for the Knights, and the Warriors will be in their own backyard where they'll be riding huge home support. Warriors by 4. Colleen Edwards, the book is sadly going to close this week for one of the two fairytale teams of 2023. The Knights head to Go Media Stadium with nothing to lose in many ways, which makes them a dangerous proposition, but this game is just too big for the Warriors, with or without Shaun Johnson. I'm tipping the Warriors to march on, just. Warriors by 2. Corey Rosser, on current form and based off individual matchups, Newcastle should win this. But the boisterous Auckland crowd, coupled with the toll of last week's 90-minute thriller for the Knights, tilts this in favour of the home side. Warriors by 1. Dan Talentire, no Jackson Hastings for the Knights is a huge blow, while Shaun Johnson's likely inclusion, even if not at 100% fitness, should be enough for the hosts. Go Media Stadium will hold an electric atmosphere for one final time this season, and Andrew Webster's side will have learned enough lessons last week against a high-class Penrith side to get the job done here. It's been a hell of a ride for the Knights, but the Warriors, in New Zealand, may just be one bridge too far. Warriors by 4. Martin Lenihan, the likely return of Shaun Johnson will spark the home side, who was short of ideas against the Panthers and simply ran out of energy after doing so much defense. They showed plenty of heart not to be blown away by 50, and once the disappointment subsided they will have taken plenty of positives out of the game. Expect plenty of points and plenty of drama, but it's the Warriors who will live to fight another day. Warriors by 8. What did you think of the comments? What do you expect from these matches? Leave your opinion in the comments.